Let's flip over to the other side. Let's go on the hitting side for a second. Chase Meidroth got promoted this past weekend. He's the next in a long line of these squatty, baseball-y guys. I heard a lot of people call him a dirt ball, and that's a positive thing for people who aren't real big baseball guys. Dirt ball is a good thing. You want to be that guy. He looks like the guy who played second base on your little league team, doesn't have a ton of power, makes a shit ton of contact, gets on base. Tell me why he's going to be different than the other versions of this Optimist and why he'll be a guy.
Let me tell you what else. He has a lot of other intangibles that non-baseball fans might not immediately notice. And I mean, there are great things about him. The reason to love him in the first place is his plate approach is something that our organization has deprioritized for the last 20 fucking years, probably beyond that. And his plate approach is like off the charts great. There are real scientific reasons to like him. I like him for very non-scientific reasons. Yes. His fucking look, man. And this has been backed up by his kaleidoscopic quotes that he's been giving to the media the last couple of days. And by that, I mean the driest answers you could possibly imagine.
He's saying nothing,
this dude he is just born to roll out of bed and take the fucking field, man. He is never going to get in his own head. He is not giving Lucas Giolito answers, and no disrespect to Lucas Giolito, but this is not a dude who's going to find himself in a funk because he's overthinking it, because you look inside his brain and it is just like, it's the screensaver on your TV where you're waiting for it to like perfectly hit the corner, but it's just a fucking base. That's probably how his eye got so good, because it's just a baseball.
That's all I mean, when he's getting called up, he's got his batting gloves on and the bat with him. Did they pull him out of the cage? Or was he just hanging around? Was he just hanging around in the locker room? Like, I don't know.
Are you cutting me? And then the other thing too, dude, and like this, a lot of his value is going to hinge on him being able to find some power.
Yep.
I don't know, but you grew up playing ball, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, more basketball than baseball, but yes.
Really? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No, you're.
I'm 6'2". I'm so yeah. I mean, I could. When I was a younger man, I could dunk a basketball. I played on some good. De La Salle teams here on the South Side. I didn't start on them, but I played on some good teams.
Any footage out there of you dunking a basketball?
I doubt there is. There was no game footage of me doing that.
This is not meant for me to call you out. I want to fucking see that. Are you kidding me?
I wish I had.
My other thing with him, and it's an intangible, and I asked why you played, because if you played, I probably hit 8 to 10 home runs in my life. I played into college. Wasn't a power hitter really. But did you hit many home runs growing up?
I was big, so yes, I did hit some home runs. I had a lot of swing and miss in my game.
Would you pimp them? You ever pimp home runs?
Only one.
Okay.
The only one that I can remember, yes.
I never pimped a dong. Once that ball came off the bat, I was fucking sprinting. I wasn't nothing.
You were going
there in terms of power. Chase Meidroth, and maybe this is a Charlotte thing, but I saw some dongs of his where he knew it right off the bat and he was taking it in. That to me suggests the power is real. Scientific, very much an intangible. But when a dude's pimping him like that, I don't know. I don't think it's fluky.
He knew it. He knew it. You know, I'm glad you brought this up, the Optimist, because this was where I was from the beginning. I was extremely out on Nick Madrigal because I thought there's 0% chance the power materializes. But when the Sox traded for Meidroth and just looking up some of his data and reading some of the scouting reports, I thought this is going to be 10 to 12 home runs at least. So you can make that profile work. You can make I have a great eye. And yeah, maybe some years he's going to have to hit 320 for this to look real good. And other years, yeah, he will draw enough walks. It was funny watching him over the weekend. Friday night, we're all jacked up. We're excited. We filmed the first plate appearance. He takes a walk. We're going berserk because he took a walk, you know. And someone brought up Moncada took a walk in his, and we went nuts with that shit too. I remember like no one had a plate approach like you mentioned, and Moncada comes up, looks like he understands it. And Meidroth ends up walking 3 times in that game, and we're like elated, and all of a sudden people are like, lead that motherfucker off tomorrow or whatever. But then he didn't draw another walk the rest of the weekend, and so you realize teams are going to battle back against this. They're going to make him hits. And I think there's enough pop there. There's enough bat to ball there where he'll be able to make it work. I think he'll be able to make it work.
Step 1 is figuring out what's the strike. Step 2 is punishing what is a strike. And it's all about figuring out step 2 for him, very much in the same vein as Miguel Vargas. He could be a rich man's Miguel Vargas. And I will say this might sound very gross to some people. He strikes me as a not young, poor man's Moncada.
In a way.
He can't quite glove it like on healthy Moncada. Let's be fucking clear.
Yes.
But incredible plate discipline. Seems like he knows the strike zone better than the umpire.
Yep.
What he does with that, I mean, Moncada would swing through it a whole lot. It's going to depend what he does with that. He doesn't have quite the glove of Moncada, but you can move around the infield a little bit. I'm really excited for him, man. And again, I'm just so happy that the organization is prioritizing plate approach. I think it's like the root of all our problems.
Yeah, I totally agree. Treasy and I had a drunken conversation with someone inside the Sox org during Sox Fest, and they were just gushing about this guy. They really, everyone was thrilled to get him in the organization. So
if I may, real quick too, I often put a lot of stock into what former organizations say about a player that we're about to get. I heard a lot of Padres fans talking up Marty Perez from last year, and he's been fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's been awesome. Thank God we got him. The way that Joey Cora was talking about Meidroth, I think he said something like, "I guarantee from an on-field standpoint, fans are going to love him." Dude, awesome. That's awesome to hear.
We need it. And we need more of them guys. We need the real baseball-y guys, and we need a handful of those guys to glue it all up in there.
We need guys with very few thoughts outside of baseball. Exactly.
And he's ugly as hell too. He looks like Clint Howard.
Oh,
like,
hey,
it's okay.
Whoa. No.
You're not going to
disagree. I'm going to kiss him right on the mouth.
You think he's baseball handsome? Okay, all right, we'll see. We'll hold you to that. All right, I might put up a poll later on. I don't agree with you at all.